All right guys, welcome back to the channel. So a few years ago, we did a top 10 cheap boat mods with this boat right here. And it was basically really cheap or even DIY mods that you can do to your boat for fishing. I'll leave that down in the description below. I'll pop it up right here as well. Make sure you watch this video first. This is gonna be my top 10 cheap boat trailer mods. I'm gonna link everything that I can down in the description below so you guys can find this stuff for yourself. Some of it's DIY, some of it's not. Also appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. So we'll start right off here. If you guys are new to the channel, you probably haven't seen this boat. This is my 2005 Polar Craft 165 SC, I think is what it's called. So it's basically a 17-foot boat with a side console. I wrapped it myself, did a video with that. Really kind of spruced up the boat with that wrap, so it looks pretty cool. But I get a lot of questions about what this boat is and what year it is and all this stuff. So it's actually a pretty old boat. It's coming up on 20 years old here. So the first mod is gonna be these trailer guides here. Now my trailer came with these side bunks here that kind of line up the trailer nicely. But the problem is when you're backing into a ramp without the boat on the trailer, especially with my truck with the cap on the back, you can't see the trailer. A lot of ramps obviously go downhill and you lose sight of the trailer completely. So putting these guides on here, it just let me see where the back end and the sides of the trailer was when I'm backing in to pick my boat up at the end of the day. Depending on how your boat trailer is set up, you can make your own sets of these by just clamping on some PVC pipe if you have a straight up and down area. Or you can buy the kit. I'll link it down in the description below. It's basically just this curved metal piece here with this bracket to mount it onto, and I think they give you some PVC, but I used a piece of my own. I made it so it was just kind of below the rod holder, so if I left the rod holder down, it would still kind of clear this and not break it off. And it also helps you kind of get the boat on the trailer, because if you back in deep enough, these bunks right here are underwater, and a lot of times the bow of your boat is going to be above that, and just kind of bouncing off these, lining it up on the trailer helps a lot. So pretty cheap mod, really like it a lot. The second mod has to do with this as well, and this is completely optional. I don't know if there's a kit or not that comes with this, but I added LED lights to the top of my guides here, so at night when I'm backing into a ramp, I can flip my trailer lights on and these babies light right up, super bright, and I can see where my trailer is when I'm trying to back down into the ramp. So all I did was steal power from the closest marker light here to my trailer guide. So I tied into that with 2 wires, went to my trailer guide, wrapped it in some looming, zip tie it to the trailer. It goes in through the metal piece here, all the way up through my trailer guide, all the way up to the top where my LED light is. The one thing you'll have to do with these trailer guides, these are 2-inch pipe. It comes with a rounded top when you buy the kit. You'll have to buy a flat top like this so you can mount your light to it. So just go to your local hardware store, get 2 flat caps for a 2-inch pipe. And then I will link these LED lights down in the description below. They're completely waterproof, epoxied back to them, so there's no worry about them getting damaged from water. All right, so mod number 3, we're on the back of the trailer here. These make it so much easier for just tying everything down. I've always wanted to get these for my boat. I just never pulled the trigger on them. And then the other day, this company, Strapino, reached out to me and asked if I wanted to test out a set of their straps. So not only did they send me 1 set, they sent me 2 sets. One is stainless, one is a standard option. They both work exactly the same, and they're super easy to install. I used the existing mounting hardware that was already on the trailer, bolted right through my bunk, bolted on with the same hardware. It took a matter of minutes to do this, and now I have a super solid strap for this. The old straps that I used were always a pain in the butt. They're always getting loose on me, flopping around. You can never really get them as tight as you need. Sometimes you get them too tight and then they're super hard to undo. Sometimes at the end of the day, depending on how far you're traveling, you get home and the strap is all loose or just dangling there off the back of the boat. So that does not happen with these straps at all. I've been testing these out for a while now and they work awesome. I'm super happy with them. All you have to do is pull this lever, it loosens everything up, unclip it from the boat, it retracts into the buckle, and then it just sits there. You launch your boat, fish for the day, get back on the trailer, flip your lever back up, pull the strap up, clip it on, give it a couple ratchets, till it's nice and tight, and there you go. It has sort of a carabiner-like clip that attaches to the boat, so you know your strap's not gonna come off of there. My old ones did not have that, and they just weren't that secure. These things, my boat does not move at all with these straps on the back of the boat, so I'm super pumped about this product. Go check those out. Definitely recommend getting a set of these. All right, so mod number 4 is something I've been trying out for a little while. If you have a boat trailer or a snowmobile trailer, anything like that where the license plate hangs down lower, you know that that license plate at some point in time is gonna catch and get completely crumpled up because it's so low to the ground. If you're trailing into remote areas or just backing into, you know, modified ramps, or you're tipping your trailer up and down a lot, that license plate is gonna get crumpled. So what I did was I built a swinging license plate bracket. A lot of the boat trailers now come with a really chintzy plastic license plate mount, which does flex some, but it has a tolerance where you can only flex it so much and then the thing snaps. What I did was I had an old tractor trailer mud flap, but it's basically a piece of rubber. It's not very thick. I don't know if they're maybe like 1/8 inch rubber, but I'll link them down in the description below. They're not very expensive at all, and you can get 2 of them. Take off your old license plate bracket, trace it out, maybe beef it up a little bit, make it sort of a triangle shape, drill the holes in it and bolt the license plate to it, and use the existing hardware and holes that are already on your trailer. And that way, that license plate can swing both directions. If you bump into a rock, or you're dragging bottom, or just going into a lake on a modified ramp, that license plate is gonna swing all around and not get crumpled and bent all to crap. So, next item is something on here that I didn't think I'd really ever need, but I found out the hard way that this is probably a necessity on this trailer. So it's just adhesive grip tape. You can find this at the hardware store. I'll link a roll of it down in the description below. What I used, I basically just lined the whole tongue, any places that you might be stepping on this trailer when you're launching and loading your boat, because when this gets wet, it does get slippery. And like I said, I found out the hard way. I still have the scars from it on my legs. Measure out how much tape you're gonna need, peel the backing off, stick it down, and you're done. It adds a lot of nice grip, and if it ever wears out, pretty cheap and easy to replace. Peel it off, put a new piece on. So while we're up on the front of the trailer, we'll talk about item number 6, and that is a spare tire mount. You can obviously go out and mount the side mount, you know, tire holders that are a little pricey. You can just toss it in the back of your truck if you want, but if you always want it on the back of your trailer, this is a really good option to mount a tire to your trailer. With this trailer here, it was pretty simple. All I had to do, there was a hole already right here that went all the way through the trailer frame. I just took a really long threaded bolt, ran it down through that hole, and then put a nut on the top and just tightened it with 2 wrenches. There's only one threaded rod holding this whole tire on here, so you don't have to buy a dedicated tire holder for your trailer. There is another option that I found that I use on my raft trailer because I had to mount the tire on the underside of the tongue. It's almost as cheap as just buying 1 bolt. I'll link it down in the description, and it's just a really long U-bolt that goes through 2 of the holes in your spare tire, wraps around your trailer frame, and then you just put 2 nuts on there and it holds the tire. Really cheap option, way better than getting like a whole side mount kit, and your tire is always right there on your trailer. So here's mod number 7. A lot of times if I'm not putting my boat in the garage, I'll take it off right here in the driveway here, and my driveway has a slant to it. If you had a really steep driveway, you'd want to chuck the back wheels, but I found for my driveway, just so my boat doesn't roll around and if the wind starts blowing, it doesn't take off and smash into my garage or whatever, I took a drill bit, drilled through my trailer jack wheel, and now when I disconnect my trailer, I can take the pin from my receiver, put it right through my wheel, and it acts as a stop for my trailer. And that way I can park my trailer on my driveway and I know it's not gonna roll all around on me. If you have a boat trailer that's going in and out of the water all the time, definitely you should probably get a set of bearing buddies or similar product that's going to protect your hub there from getting water, dirt, grime and stuff in there. And it's a super low maintenance option for your hub here. These have been on the boat trailer since 2005 and I've done no maintenance to it. I think just kind of top off the grease every now and then. If you don't have these, definitely look into getting them. You can look up a whole bunch of videos on how to install them, what they claim to do. Definitely would put these on any boat trailer that I had. All right, so number 9 is something that I actually haven't done to this trailer myself, so I can't really show you it on here. But I did do it to my snowmobile trailer, and I think it would be a pretty cool thing to do to a boat trailer, is to add a reverse light on it, or some type of trailer light. So when you throw the thing in reverse, or trying to launch in the dark, or load your boat in the dark, it lights up the area so you can actually see something. It's actually pretty easy to do. All you have to do is get a 7-pin connector that will plug into your vehicle, and just run one wire to the reverse pin down to the back of your trailer, hook it up to your light. Every time you toss it in reverse, that light comes on. I'll probably show you guys in more detail exactly how I did it on my snowmobile trailer this winter. So subscribe if you want to see that later on. We're gonna do a whole snowmobile trailer mod video later this fall, but I'll show you real quick. So this is the standard 5-pin connector that you would usually use on just a normal boat trailer. You can see on here it's only got like 4 pins that are being used. This is what the 7-pin connector looks like. And this centerpiece here is your reverse. So all you'd have to do is run a wire from that center pin in your new connector. And I'll link one in the description below. This is actually a whole piece that I bought pre-wired, but for the boat trailer you could buy one that just crimps on, and you just run a new wire right from here, from that center pin all the way to the back of your trailer, hook it into your waterproof light, and then you have a nice reverse light so you can see what you're doing at the boat ramp. On the snowmobile trailer here, I wired all that up to an LED light bar. So that wouldn't really be an option for a boat because it's not waterproof, you know, to be underwater. But just showing you kind of how it can work. I throw it in reverse and that big light comes on right there and lights up my whole area when I'm loading and unloading the trailer. All right, so here we are at the last item on the list, number 10. This is something you can do to your boat or your boat trailer, really step up your game, and that is to add a Trout Whisperer tackle decal, baby. That's right, had to do that. Go pick these up at the link in the description below at troutwhisperertackle.com. This is my company. I make spinning gear for trout and salmon. Go check it out. Buy some merch, buy some decals, help support this channel and what we do here. If you guys have done some of these boat mods, leave it down in the comments below. And I'd love to hear what you guys have done to your boats that I didn't have in this list. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I said, please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you in the next video. Oh yeah. Come on, old 7-weight. Whoa.